Hey guys, Coldbrew here. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video, I'll be covering on how you can actually farm the arena and do all your 10 fights with one single click. Let's get started. So guys, in Raid Shadow Legends, a big part of the game is grinding the campaign, grinding the dungeons, grinding the Doom Tower, arena, classic arena, clan boss. It all takes a big portion of our day when we do farm that. Even me as a full-time creator, I see how much time this takes me. And we've got tools like Rsl Helper, which is made by Farbstop, a German content creator. It's a fantastic tool. It just helps you farm very easily the campaign, do your champion training. You can farm dungeons, faction wars, and even the Doom Tower. It makes automated actions throughout all these areas, but I won't be covering that in this video. Let me just show you Rsl Helper if you ever need it. This is Rsl Helper. There's a ton of videos out there which go more in depth on Rsl Helper, but this is not the only tool that you can use. One of the tools that I was using from almost the start of me being in Raid and just, you know, experiencing Raid even before we had Rsl Helper was Bluestacks, okay? Bluestacks, of course, is an affiliate of mine. It's a great reason for me to actually promote it even more. But even before it was an affiliate, and when it stopped being an affiliate, I still kept on using it. It's the only emulator that allows me to do this, okay? I'll show you right here what this does. I just click the macros button. I have a macro saved up. It's called Classic Arena Farm. And I just click play, and you'll see that it's gonna start farming the arena for me. This is the only thing that I pretty much use Bluestacks anymore, plus the way that I use it in order for me to claim some additional Google Play points and use those to get free credits and actually buy packs for free within the game. I've covered that in previous videos, but I might cover this on this video. This is just on how I use it for arena. So one click, this will actually rotate through and farm all 10 fights for me. It won't win the fights magically. It just clicks, waits, and that's it. Because it's all on auto, the fight starts on auto and everything goes on auto. It just waits for a little bit. Depending on how fast your arena team is, you can actually make it faster on your own. You can actually build the macros by yourself, but for this video I'll also include links down in the description on how you can actually use my own macros that I have for Bluestacks. So the good thing about this is I have this on the background, and I'll actually play on my account throughout this and farm on my main account, while also my free-to-play account is on the backside here, and it's just farming mindlessly. This is great if you want to do other stuff on your PC and you don't want to have your main screen occupied by Raid. The bad thing is that it's only on Bluestacks, really. So you can't do this on Plarium Play. You'll have to use this on your computer, and Plarium Play, Rsl Helper works with Plarium Play. So you can actually use this to farm on your main account, and if you have another account, you can use it on Bluestacks and have two accounts working at the same time. So now you see that the macro has finished the first run and is going for the second run, and that's how it works. It's very, very simple. I'll actually not pause it. I'm gonna stop it here. You'll see that all of these macros are what I have. So the macros that I have currently running available, well, it's a spam repeat button, a selling items macro, craft and sell, which basically crafts mindlessly and sells these. All of these actions can be done by Rsl Helper, which I've pretty much stopped doing these, but I kept these macros because sometimes I play on both accounts at the same time. Sometimes I even have both my main account and my free-to-play account open on my left-hand side monitor, and I actually stream when I'm on somebody else's account and do a takeover or something. So I actually have two accounts open plus Play and Play. So it gets chaotic. It's not something that everybody needs though. What they need though is the tag arena farm and the classic arena farm, and I'll give you those macros so you don't need to make them by yourself, and I'll explain later on how you can actually make them by yourself if you want to. So you'll see in the links down below how to download these macros, and once you've downloaded them somewhere on your desktop, you go in there and click the import button right here, and you find the .json file, so this classic arena farm here, and you just to import. You can rename it if you want to. I'll just rename it one here for the macro that I already have, and here it is. This is the macro that I just used. You don't need to do anything on your own. You just import it to your Bluestacks, and that's it. Very, very simple, and that's how Bluestacks work. For Bluestacks to work at a really good rate, you'll need to have at least 8 gigabytes of RAM on your PC, plus allocate 4 cores in order to make a smoother experience than most. If you still have some issues, there's some troubleshooting that I'm gonna also link down in the description on how to actually solve some issues that you might have with Bluestacks and you think it's running slow, but actually it shouldn't be running slow. It's all about on how you enable some specific settings on your PC. It's nothing too crazy. It's all about enabling those in order to have a smoother experience with Bluestacks. And that's it, guys. If you ever want to do macros on your own, there's just this button right here called the record new macro. Once you click that, what it does is it records your actions from there on. It can be anything that you want to. It can be like a specific clan boss rotation. So if your clan boss rotation cannot be automated through the custom AI, then you can actually build your own. You can actually customize your own dungeon rotation in case you want to farm a specific dungeon. Let's say the spider 20, and you want to have let's say some champion. For example, a good example is Geomancer. So Geomancer now is currently bugged, and the way that he works is that Geomancer will not target the small spiderlings with his A3 ability. So what you can actually do here, let me just pause this and record a new macro, is immediately once you go in there, this is the macro recording right now. You're gonna wait a few seconds because of the loading. You click on the big spider and you let it go for the amount of time that you think the macro is gonna take to actually finish the spider. You can actually stop recording here, and there's your macro. It will target the big spider and it will be ready for you to use. And then on how you do this in order for it to repeat forever is you go to the settings right here, and these are the settings for macros. So repeat the action. Let's say you want to do this run 15 times, that's it. Or you can do this indefinitely if you want, so it never stops doing the repeats. So there's another one, interval between executions. You can do this on, let's say, 3 minutes. If your runs on spider take about 3 minutes, then the macro will only do this, the clicking on the big spider, every 3 minutes. It all depends on how you want to build this macro and make yourself save some time. But as I said in the start of the video, this is what I mostly use Bluestacks anymore. I use it for classic arena farm and the tag arena farm. That's what I use it for. It takes a ton of my time every single day to farm those, and it actually helped me farm a big portion of my great haul, both on the main account and the free-to-play account, by having these macros. I hope these actually help you, because honestly think that the grind is a little bit too much. Until we get some more ways to save time by Plarium themselves, then we have to resort to these third-party tools. These are still allowed by Plarium, and they haven't taken action against anyone that's using either Bluestacks or Rsl Helper, because they know that this is, you know, an issue, but they also have like an audience who only uses their mobile phones to play. So they know that they have no choice but to either buy the raid card or just mindlessly farm, or just buy chickens instead of farming the, you know, tons of champion training. They have their reasons for not implementing changes, whatever they are. But as long as we're not getting banned for these, I've been playing 2.5 years, never been banned for using these, and I know that none of the players within the community have been banned for using either Bluestacks or Rsl Helper. These tools are there for everyone to use. Very easy. There's going to be a link down in the description for Bluestacks, for my own macros. And then if you have issues on how fast Bluestacks is, I'm going to link a special thread from Bluestacks, the company that made this software, on how they explain to make Bluestacks faster on your computer if you were having issues. But remember, if you have like a very bad computer, Bluestacks will not run that well, because it's actually its own environment on your PC. It's like having another phone run on your PC at the same time. So you do need about at least 4 gigabytes of RAM to 8 gigabytes of RAM. So if it's a very old PC, I had a laptop that I bought in 2011. It was running Bluestacks just fine. So if you have something older than that, then you might have some issues. Of course, the better your PC, the more Bluestacks you can run. You can run like multiple accounts at the same time. Use it to farm your referral accounts. I've done multiple videos before showcasing other stuff. For example, there's a thing here on Bluestacks where you can actually sync operations, and you can have like 3 windows open at the same time, and wherever you click, it's going to click on all 3 accounts, so you can farm 3 accounts at the same time and do stuff like that. If you ever want to do that, just search on my channel on YouTube and you'll find that video. but I won't cover that today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, leave it down in the comments. If you have any other ways to save your time when you're playing raid with other tools maybe that we don't know but are not illegal, you know, leave it down in the comments and I might do another video soon. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.